Welcome to the Stargate program. I'm Dan Summers, and today I'm going to be teaching you about some of the uses of the Stargate. This highly classified program has been in use by the US military for quite some time, and you've been selected to be a part of it. Now, as part of the Stargate program, there is a lot of dangers out there in the galaxy that you're going to have to face. And it's going to be important to know and understand the fine details of the program. This video series will help to show not only the dangers of the Stargate, but also the technical side of things, how the gate network works, as well as other transportation and the like that you will find out in the galaxy. There's a lot of mysteries out there that you will find, some of which will be unknown to us. However, there's a lot of things we have learned with the gate program, and we hope to pass that along to you with this video series. In this first episode, we will be covering transportation through the gate, as well as the Gould ring networks. Now, the Gould themselves are a different story, and we'll get into that at a later date. However, for right now, let's show you how these gates work. We've set up a simulation to help show you. This computer simulation shows us a replica of how the gate system works. Gate networking is set up by the ancients, and most of the Stargates are already in place. However, recent discoveries have shown that the Stargates are still being planted throughout the universe. It is believed that there is in fact some still located within our galaxy. However, this is at this current point unconfirmed. However, as you can see, placing a gate has become relatively easy, and we have been able to replicate the method. Now, often you will find pedestals and the like, which the gates can be placed upon. In fact, gates will automatically be slotted to these pedestals by default. Gates are also very easy to link together, as all you have to do to activate a gate is have a nearby DHD. Now, it is important some DHDs have been damaged and do not work properly, so it is important to make sure you have the correct DHD if you hope to get home once you've dialed out. Now, as you can see in this simulation, we've set up 2 Stargates just for our initial testing here. Activating the Stargate is quite a simple process. All one must do is go up to the Stargate and activate the DHD. Upon dialing the DHD, you select which destination you wish to go to, and the gate activates, opening a gateway to that second Stargate. Now, as you guys can see, the Stargate has had some issues with going through the wormhole lately. We've had some technical difficulties with these personally created Stargates. However, we hope to fix this at some point in the future. Your first time through the gate will also be quite the experience, so just make sure to hang on and exhale before you go through. Now that we've gotten through the other side of the gate, you can see that at current there is some issues with gate placement. We've come out on the wrong side of the gate because the gate was not properly aligned. Now, in order to fix this, you must simply realign the gate and the network programming. So as you can see, as we exit out of the virtual simulation back into the overall simulation, you can see that the Stargate is in fact facing forward in the simulation. However, this obviously is not the case once you enter the simulation. Fixing this is simple, however. So as you can see, we are now placing a third pedestal or stairway and placing the gate on it. However, learning from our past mistake, we're going to manually place this gate. Now, as you can see, you can untick the gate placement. This will allow us to manually place the gate on the stairway. Now, aligning the gate through the stairway can be slightly trickier and time consuming. However, ultimately, as you can see, it does still fit. We also are able, by selecting the gate, to select the address of the world. While the gates will assign random numbers to each gate through the network, we are able to name the gates through our own system by selecting the gate and choosing the world we wish to name it. Upon entering our virtual simulation once again, you can see that we now have multiple options of gates to dial to. Activating the Stargate DHD gives us 2 options, and as you can see, our third Stargate has now activated when we dialed to it. Dialing these extra Stargates is quite simple. Moving on to the Gold Ring Network, we find that the gold rings are actually quite easy to use. Generally speaking, gold rings lead from one destination to another for quick transportation over large areas or up into orbital ships. However, as we have recently discovered, gold ring networks can actually link to multiple locations. Controlling them is quite simple, as you'll see in this simulation. All one must do to link up a network is simply place the rings. Gold programming allows these to automatically be linked. In order to travel through them, one must simply step onto the pad within the rings and select their destination. Now, due to the nature of the simulation and the lack of environment, it can be kind of tricky to tell that we are being teleported from one to another. However, as you can see, our options for which rings we can select has changed. Ultimately, that wraps things up with the gold networking. As we wrap our video up, you've learned to use both the Stargate network and the Gold Ring network. However, there is many more lessons going forward that you will need to learn about the Stargate, including both the enemies you will face on the field and the other threats that you'll find throughout the galaxy. Our understanding of this universe and galaxy constantly changes, as does our understanding of the technologies we use here at the GATE program. Now, with that being said, the lessons you have learned today should come quite useful to you. In the future, should anything change, we should hope to update these videos. However, we hope that you will understand and grow with us as the program goes on, and we look forward to exploring the galaxy with you. Until our next video, I'm Dan Summers, and I'll see you inside the gate.